What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin, and today I'm bringing you another look back. And this time we're taking a look back at Assassin's Creed Liberation, which came out around the same time as Assassin's Creed 3, except this was an exclusive only to the PlayStation Vita. Now, that's kind of like why I don't like exclusives, because a lot of people missed out on this. It would have been awesome if it would have been on other formats as well. But they did actually give it an HD remake, and they put it on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 initially, and then they gave it another remaster where it was on the PS4 and it was also on the Xbox One. Now, in this one, you play the role of an assassin named Aveline Grand Prix. I hope I said that correctly. I probably didn't. I apologize if I didn't. Now, she is the child of a white father and a black mother. So she has to deal with a time of slavery, but she walks freely as like a noblewoman because her father is kind of a noble. Now, this game has all of the aspects that you would expect from an Assassin's Creed game. It does have the parkour, obviously the hidden blade, obviously, synchronization, leaps of faith, all kinds of things like that. It, for the most part, is an Assassin's Creed game. But where this one really differed was in the things that you can do. This really played heavily on the fact that there were 3 different builds that you can have for this game. Now, you could go into one of these changing areas and you could switch your whole gear set up. You could be the assassin, which obviously does assassin-y things. You can climb freely, you could leap, jump, whatever. Then you could take on the lady persona, who the lady cannot jump, can only kind of like sprint a little bit, but can't climb, can't do anything crazy mysterious, can't use heavy weaponry. Later on, there was a parasol that you could use, and that was pretty cool. Finally is the slave persona, and the slave persona is very limited in weapons, can sprint, can climb like the assassin, but really cannot use a lot of the heavy weaponry that the assassin can. And one of the great parts about this was that you could sneak past guards. So in the slave format, you actually were able to walk past guards. They really weren't going to bother you. They really weren't going to pay attention to you. They just thought, you were just the average slave. Unlike the assassin, they see you jumping around, leaping, and doing all kinds of things. They're going to come after you. In this one, you could rip down posters easily. Nobody really questioned it. And then you had special ways of sneaking past all of the guards and whatnot. Again, like I said, they're not going to pay attention to you, but there was another option as well, which was pretty wild. Aveline could actually pick up objects, crates, hay bales, things like that, and walk with them. As long as it looked like she was working, guards would leave her alone. They'd let her pass by. They would just not pay attention to it. She's working. She's doing what she's supposed to do. Why bother? And it really was kind of funny that, they underestimated you, but you really were able to sneak up on them in the long run and just really, really get all kinds of jobs done. It was really wild. Again, as the lady, this one was kind of tough. You could rip down posters, you could sprint, you could go upstairs and stuff like that, but you could not climb buildings. You couldn't run, jump, leap, attack people. It was really crazy. Look at this. You ain't climbing that in that bustier. You know what it is, guys? Imagine wearing skinny jeans and trying to climb. Yeah, you ain't doing that at all. That's the same thing. She wasn't doing that. You ain't climbing in skinny jeans. I dare you to send me a video of you doing that. Other than that, she could also charm people. And when she charmed someone, they would do all kinds of things for her. And they would also fight off any guards that may come near her if they were looking for her. They would actually lose interest, and you would have to re-charm them, or you could just charm another person. So you had options. It was so wild, to me at least, that these were the things that you could do. It was pretty cool. Now, it had the obvious stealth and whatnot, which, great, again, nice to see in an Assassin's Creed game. Had a lot of fun with it. Later on, you get all kinds of weapons. You get blow darts and things. Again, like I said, with the lady, she gets the parasol, which is like an umbrella for the sun, and it would shoot like darts out of it, which I thought was absolutely cool. The gameplay overall was really great, and the story was that she was investigating her father's enemies while trying to figure out who this taskmaster was that had everybody locked down. She had all of New Orleans locked down, or the taskmaster at least. They were trying to figure out who this person was, how this person came into power. That is what she does. She even runs into Connor, which I thought was pretty cool. She runs into Connor in one of the missions, and you go on a mission helping Connor out. But, the controls were great. You kind of have to get used to them again. It was another switch up from all the different Assassin's Creed games that we're used to. So you really had to focus. But as long as you knew how to counter, break defense, attack, counter attack, and things like that, you would come out okay. The main story, besides figuring out who this person who basically has the entire East Coast locked down, you also were looking for your mother. Aveline has her stepmother living with her and her father currently. They believe the mother is dead, Aveline's original mother, and Aveline searches for her. At the same time, she's ending up trying to defeat all these Templar schemes, and it just made for a great game. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with this. I thought that it was fantastic. Now, there is some controversy with it. Some people refuse to play it because it has a female lead. Well, I think that that's absolutely silly. If you're upset that it's a female lead and that's why you're not going to play this, that's crazy talk. The fact that it's a female lead does not identify you sexually. It's nothing to do with any of that. If you're going to live that way, you're going to deny yourself a bunch of other great games. Tomb Raider, we've got all kinds of other ones that have female leads. The Assassin's Creeds have female leads canonically in Odyssey and Valhalla. So I think it's kind of crazy. Perfect Dark is another example. That's a real fun game. You've got Returnal, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, Bayonetta, Hellblade. I could go on. There's tons of them that have a female lead. So, don't rob yourself of that. Don't listen to any crazy things that tell you that, it's going to identify your gender or something like that. It's absolutely not. It's a game. Play it because you want to play it. I mean, if you've played all the Assassin's Creed games, you've played as a Norse person, you've played as an Egyptian, as a Greek, as an Italian, as a French person, as all kinds of stuff. We could go down the line. So if you have no problem playing another nationality or playing another race, you really shouldn't have a problem playing another gender. Don't rob yourself of this. Honestly, I, again, loved this. I enjoyed this. I had a PlayStation Vita. I still have my PlayStation Vita, and I still have this game. This was actually the very first game I bought with my PlayStation Vita. It was actually the bundle that came with it, and I greatly enjoyed it. I still play it every once in a while. Haven't platinumed it. I haven't found the time, honestly. But I also got this when it was on the PS3 and Xbox, and I got it again for the PS4 and the Xbox One. It's that much fun. It actually comes with Assassin's Creed 3, and if you had the Season Pass for Odyssey, this was the thing that you got for free. You actually got the game about midway before they released the second DLC. You got the game for free. You were able to download it, and it's well worth it, honestly. The game is fantastic. It is just like you remember with Assassin's Creed games when they were Creed games, where you were able to do everything. All of the parkour is still here, all of the assassinations, regular running, air, hidden, you name it, it's in there, and it's a lot of fun. And then it also does, just like Assassin's Creed 3, where you could purchase other areas, you could purchase weapons, you could purchase different outfits, you could purchase all kinds of guns. So there was a lot of variety that you had here. You could get stronger while doing that. And again, it was just one of the most fun games ever. The map obviously expands as you play through it. You end up just in this little area of New Orleans, and then it'll expand to other areas as well. The map will expand to New York, it'll expand to Boston, you'll meet Connor. It was pretty good. Now, the reception for this, a lot of people did like it, but for some reason, there were like a lot of publications that, really crapped on it. I don't even know why. Well, G4, I know why G4 crapped on it. They gave it a 3.5 out of 5. They're so anti-Sony, it's not even funny. They're severely pro-Xbox. Even with like the worst Xbox game ever to come out, they'll rank it the highest. Like, I've never seen anything like that. Well, yeah, I have. It's called, being bought by the company, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Call a crap game, honestly. There are plenty of games that I call crap on both systems, even PC. I'm not afraid to do that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to shill for these companies. But this game got about, I want to say on average, it was maybe about a 6.5. But don't let those scores bother you. Honestly, I thought it was a pretty good game. The controls, again, you got to get used to, just like every Assassin's Creed game. But once you get that down pat, you have a fun game. It has a great story. It's not really that long, and it's an easy platinum if you really work at it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Have you played this game? Have you been interested in this game? Is this something that you got for free and you just haven't played it? Or did you get it for free and you went through it? Basically, when we got Odyssey, it was one of the things you got for free with the Season Pass. I'd love to hear from you. And I want to know your thoughts on having a female assassin. I know a lot of people are up in arms. They're always saying, hey, give us a female assassin game. And I mean, this is it. Like, this is one of them. The other two games, the main protagonist is canonically female. So, I mean, how do you feel about that as well? Anyway, that's all there is to this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and you subscribe. That way you never miss anything at all. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one. And definitely, do not let this go by. Play it. It was pretty good.